Yes, dear participants, I think my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine,
Yes,
fine.
sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, to be more frank, UDC is an offshoot of the already existed DDC. So when DDC was very popular, two advocates, Paul Outlet and Henry LaFontaine, they approached Melville Dewey, and they got the permission from him to make changes in the existing 5th edition of DDC, so that they'll try to bring something new in the scheme. So Melville Dewey very generously he granted the permission. So they started working on that. And in fact, the English editions, which was published by British Standard Institutes, BSI of London, they started publishing it in 2 volumes, UDC. If you take the history of volume 1, volume 1 M, 1000 M stands for medium edition. Okay, medium edition. So it was published in 1985, first edition of volume 1. And second edition was published in 1993. And third edition, latest edition, was published in 2005. And the same way, we have got 2 volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 is called as Systematic Tables, which you see on the left hand of my screen. I will, yes, this is a volume 1, Systematic Tables. And it has got 921 pages. And if you just scroll through to identify the components of volume 1, you can see here. I will just increase it. Yes. We have contents page, followed by foreword by the editorial team, and then acknowledgement section. Then comes we have introduction. So these document gives a detailed account of the history of UDC and how things are arranged in UDC, what notations are used in UDC, and what is structure of the entire UDC schedules and programs, what are the main tables, and what about the auxiliary tables. And apart from that, they give a lot of guidelines on how things are to be arranged, to be organized in UDC, and what is the order in which documents are to be arranged on the shelves if you are following UDC. And the same way, what is citation order? See, in colon classification, we use the term facet formula. The same way, if you're using UDC, what citation order facet formula you can follow for arranging various components in a compound title. So those kinds of rules and regulations, and how in different ways UDC numbers can be prefixed, suffixed, and infixed into various numbers, and how this UDC whole UDC is being managed by the group of people, the consortium. And if you want to know further about UDC, what references, what resources you can use, so all those things are given available there, the introduction part. Then followed by, we have summary of the classification. In fact, summary is given in both the volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. Just like a DDC, we have first summary, second summary, third summary. The same way, UDC also provides few pages of the summary of classification. First, they listed the common auxiliary tables starting from 1A to 1K. Then main table starts with 0 because it's based on DDC. So you can see the similarities, the similar way of organizing the world of knowledge into 10 different divisions. And each division is again divided into 10 subdivisions. And those 10 subdivisions are again divided into 10 subdivisions. Same kind of hierarchical arrangement can be seen both in DDC and UDC. But DDC says that the minimum number of digits required to represent a subject is 3. You need minimum 3 digits in DDC. But in the case of UDC, they have just removed that particular concept. They say that even 1 digit is sufficient to denote a concept. That's why you can see here 0 stands for generalities. In DDC, 0, 0, 0 stands for generalities. Fine. And 0 to librarianship. In the DDs, you can say 020 stands for librarianship. So what I want to say is that the number of digits can be either 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's immaterial. But minimum digits required to denote a subject in UDC is just 1. Okay, yes. And 0 stands for general, which includes librarianship and newspaper journalism and all. Number 1 stands for philosophy and psychology. Okay. And number 2 stands for religion, all different kinds of religions. And number 3 stands for social sciences, which includes politics, economics, law, public administration, education, and ethnography. And number 4 is kept as vacant. So unlike DDZ, which has used number 400 for languages, here number 4 is kept vacant, maybe to permit the addition of extra subjects in future. And 5 stands for natural sciences, which includes mathematics, physics, chemistry, earth sciences, paleontology, biology, botany, zoology. And 6 stands for applied sciences, which includes biotechnology, medical sciences, engineering, agriculture, home economics, telecommunication, then accountancy, chemical technology, and building, all those things. Number 7 stands for arts, which includes architecture, drawing and painting, photography, music, and games. Then 8 stands for both language and literature. Here they have combined whatever is available in DDC in 400 and 800. Both are merged together and they are placed in 8 itself in the case of UDC. So 8.1 stands for languages and 8.2 stands for literature. Then comes 9. 9 includes subjects like archaeology, history, geography, and biography. So these things are there. So the basic way how UDC is arranged, it is available in summary of classification. In fact, summary of classification is available both volume 1 and volume 2. Okay. And once summary is over, then comes part 1. See, volume 1 is called as systematic tables. Volume 1 has got 2 parts. Part 1 is called as auxiliary table. Hereafter we say AT. AT stands for auxiliary tables. So part 1 contains auxiliary tables called ATs. And part 1, we've got 2 sections, section 1 and section 2. Okay, fine. In section 1, we have common auxiliary signs and subdivisions. Table 1A is there. Table 1B is there. Then comes table 1C. And these are all the signs. Table 1A talk about 2 signs. Table 1B talks about 3 different kinds of sign that can be used for constructing numbers. Then table 1C stands for languages, where they have listed all the languages, table 1C. Once table C is over, then we have, yes, table 1D, common auxiliaries of form. This way, tables are listed one by one, place table, all those things and all, regional languages or national ethnic groups, and all those tables are there. Tables are named as 1A, 1B, 1C, and similarly, tables are named. And once these tables are over, at the end of these kinds of common auxiliary tables, you can see it's a area table, which is the lengthiest table you can see in DDC. In the UDC also same. Area table is the biggest table. Then comes common auxiliaries of time, a table meant for various timings, which we'll explain in detail in the minutes to come. This timetable is followed by, we have another table exclusively for non-UDC sources. 1H is there. Then comes, there are some common auxiliaries meant for representing general characteristics. Just like colon classification, here also the authors have promoted something called common auxiliaries, like common auxiliaries of properties, -02. Then once properties are over, properties is nothing but attributes, which we'll discuss in detail. Then -02 is there, you can see, we learn it. Then comes 03, Then comes 04, then comes 05. Four common auxiliaries are there, of which can be used for representing different common parameters. These are all the common auxiliaries which you can see. Then comes we have our special auxiliaries. See, UDC talks about two different kinds of auxiliaries. One is common auxiliaries and other is special auxiliaries. Common auxiliaries are nothing but common isolates what we had seen in DCC, or the so-called 7 tables what we have seen in DDC. They are called common auxiliaries, means the numbers which can be added to any subject 0 to 9. These common auxiliary numbers can be added to any UDC number. But here in volume 1, which is called systematic table, has got two parts. Part 1 is auxiliary tables. In part 1, there are two sections. Section 1 talks about common auxiliaries and section 2 talks about special auxiliaries. So there are three different kinds of special auxiliaries. These special auxiliaries are meant for a particular subject or a particular subject and its subdivisions. And these special auxiliaries are applicable either to a particular main class or a main class and its subdivisions or a series of subjects. So these special auxiliary numbers cannot be generally used for all the subjects. Wherever instructed, wherever they are applicable, you can use special auxiliaries only for that particular place where they are listed. It's a very, very, very special thing called special auxiliary subdivisions. Good. That's about second section of part 1. Then part 2 in volume 1, part 2 talks about main tables. See, main tables in the sense we start from 0, just like DDC starts from 0, 0, 0 and ends with 9, 9. In same way, here also UDC starts with 0, which stands for generalities, general science, all those things and all, and 0, 0. And they say 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.1, just like hierarchical subdivision subjects are arranged. Starting from 0, no, it goes on till 1, 2, 3, 4 is vacant, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. So that's what the UDC volume 1 is all about. Okay. Then when you talk about volume 2, see, this is called volume 1. I'll show you volume 2. So this is volume 2. Okay. And 1 minute. Okay. And this is volume 2. Volume 2 is called alphabetical index. It's called index. It's nothing but index. See, whatever in CC we had seen index, no, similarly they also have index. If you go to DTC, a fourth volume is called as relative index. Similarly, in the UDC, volume 2 is called alphabetical index, where all the important concepts are arranged in the alphabetical order. And we'll see here how it proceeds. See, just like volume 1 has got a forward, table of contents, then acknowledgements, then introduction. Introduction tells you, if you read the introduction, you'll understand how the alphabetical index is working and how you are supposed to look for a term in alphabetical index, what technicalities are involved in understanding the way entries are arranged. So to help you know, this introduction part is very useful. It talks about arrangement, it talks about cross references, it talks about locators, it talks about qualifiers, it talks about context. Then summary of the classification. As I told you, summary is available both in volume 1 and in volume 2. And this summary, same summary is available in both volumes. So let me skip this summary of the classification. Then comes alphabetical index, where we start from A. And you can see almost all the terms are starting with small letters. Okay. Unlike CC, unlike DDZ, here, there almost all the terms are starting with the small letters, except the proper nouns or names of the countries, places, persons, and all. They'll start with capital, something like Azbekistan language. So it's in capital. But in the case of abbreviated procedure, in case of abbreviations, in case of ABIs, it's in small letters. Starting from A, it goes on till Z. Okay, so this is what volume 2, which is called alphabetical index. Okay, yes. So this is about alphabetical index. Okay, good. Okay, so I have just told you and showed you what are the different parts of volume 1 and volume 2. And people say UDC is a combination of both enumerative and analytico-synthetic features of a classification scheme. It is enumerative because all the main tables are available starting from 0 till 999. Various subject entries are already enumerated by the classificationist. It is analytico-synthetic because it provides a good number of ATs, auxiliary tables, which can be used for analyzing and synthesizing various components required for constructing a single UDC number. Okay. So, since it has got a lot of auxiliary tables, people say UDC is a freely faceted scheme where you can bring in lot of concepts which can be attached to the main subject. And these are the main class I told you. And this shows you how the things are arranged hierarchically in UDC. For example, 6 stands for applied sciences. Okay. Okay. 6-2. So we are dividing 6 into 10 components. In that, 6-2 stands for engineering. 6-2 is divided into 10 components. 6-2-1 stands for mechanical engineering, nuclear technology, and electrical engineering. 6-1 is divided into 10 units. 6-1.3, that's called electrical engineering. And electrical engineering is divided into 10 parts. 6-1.39 stands for telecommunication, radio, and TV. And this 6-1.39 is further divided into 10 units, 10 divisions. 6-1.39 stands for radio communication. And radio communication is divided further into 10 divisions. 6-1.396.7. So that is how the subjects are divided minutely to the extent possible in UDC. Okay, fine. And as I told you, UDC has got 2 auxiliaries, common auxiliaries. I told you, signs are there and the tables are there. Okay. So when we talk about common auxiliaries form into 2 different categories. First category, they are called sign. That means just by using a particular sign, maybe a plus sign or a slash symbol or a colon or a square brackets or a double colon or asterisk symbol, using these kinds of sign, okay, 1 or 2 kinds of sign, we are going to construct numbers. They are common auxiliaries. And the second category of common auxiliaries are presented in the form of tables. I showed you, tables. See, we have a table for language, form, place, racial, ethnic, and nationality, time, and the so-called common auxiliaries of general characteristics. So they're all tables. And see, just like how Ranganathan has given different indicators to denote different facets of a particular subject called PMEST, the same way, here Paul Atlet and Henry Law Fontaine. So they also has prescribed what symbol or what connector can be used to attach a particular common auxiliary to a UDC number. For example, see, language numbers are always starting with equal sign. If there is a number followed by equal to sign, it means that that number is taken from language table. Fine. And if there is a number within the circular brackets, the number starts with a 0, it means that that particular number is taken from a table called form. And another number which is given circular brackets, it can be, the number may start with 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we can say that that particular number is taken from a table called a place table. Then the number is within square brackets, and 3 things are there. Then if there is a time, if you want to mention a time, double quotes. See, here double quotes, opening double quotes, here closing double quotes. In between these 2 double quotes, you are going to place a number. It means that that number is taken from a table called a time. Then comes, I told you about common characteristics, which are available in 4 different tables. -02 stands for properties, -03 materials, -04 processes, -05 persons. These are all table forms. So common auxiliaries appear in two different forms. One as a sign that can be used to combine two numbers or to expand a number, and the tables which are available of different purposes. If you want a language, if you want a form of a document, if you want to mention the place, if you want to mention the nationality or time or common characteristics, we got tables for all these items. They're about common auxiliaries. Special auxiliaries, there are three special auxiliaries. One is hyphen series, hyphen 1 to hyphen 9. Then point not series, point not 1 to point not 9. Then apostrophe series, apostrophe, single inverted comma, apostrophe 1 to apostrophe 9. That's called, these three are special auxiliaries. Fine. So two different kinds of auxiliaries, and both the auxiliaries are available in volume 1 called systematic tables. Fine. And see what is citation order. In the case of colon classification, we say first you need to write the main class, followed by P, then M, then E, then S, then T. This is a standard facet formula given by Dr. S. R. Ranganathan. The same way, UDC also prescribes a particular order, a facet order. Two different kinds of orders are there. First order, you have to the main number, then number, main number with the special auxiliaries, then common auxiliaries, then time, then place, then form, then language. This is the order. Otherwise, simple number with a slash, with the plus, then time, nationality, place, form, language. In simple, I can say, after writing the UDC number, whenever you want to add the numbers taken from the tables, you need to follow this particular order. What is order? TN hyphen PFL. TN hyphen PFL. T stands for time. N stands for nationality. P stands for place. F stands for form. L stands for language. This is the order in which the numbers taken from these 5 different tables can be listed in a particular UDC number. Fine. You just remember TNPFL. Just remember this. Okay, good. Now, what about the summary of the classification? I told you summary is available in both volume 1 and volume 2. For example, let me go to this. I'm in volume 2 now. I'm in volume 2. Okay. You can see here in the volume 2, you can see, just see here. I'll just to reduce it a little bit so that you can see the screen. Summary of classifications here. So our first exercise will be titles for classification based on the numbers from summary of classification. What is the number for librarianship? It is given here. What is the number for librarianship? 02. What is the number for psychology? Just come down. 159.9 stands for, this number stands for psychology. And what is the number of Christianity? We have 2 religion, Buddhism, Judaism. Christian number is 27. Then comes education. Education comes under social sciences, and 37 stands for education. Then comes 53 physics. What is the number physics? 5 is natural sciences, 5 on mathematics, 5 to astronomy, 53 physics. What about medical sciences? 61 stands for medical sciences. What about the music? It comes to 7 arts. In 7 arts, 78 stands for music. The literature number is 82. And the number for geography is 91. So major subdivisions are given in the summary of classification. Fine. So before we proceed further, let me tell you how you can write a UDC number. See, normally you just write how to write a DDC number. First you write 3 digits, then you put a dot, next to 3 digits, then space, next to 3 digits, space. That's how you write a DDC number. But when it comes to UDC, here after every 3rd digit, you are supposed to insert a dot. 3 digits, dot, 3 digits, dot. That is how a normal UDC number is to be written. After this number is written, now you can go and add any common auxiliaries, any special acts. That's different case. But main UDC number should be written this particular way. After every 3 digits, after at the end of 3rd digit, 1 dot. At the end of 6th digit, 1 dot. At the end of 9th digit, 1 dot. The same way the process goes on. That is how you need to write the UDC number. Fine. Now, how the entries, because UDC index is very, very important. if you know how to make use of index, no, the whole process becomes very, very simple in UDC, because UDC is very, very free, very simple to understand, very easy to construct numbers. So let us know how entries in the alphabetical index volume 2 of UDC is arranged. Fine. First of all, there are some numbers, they're called simple numbers. For example, you take, there's a book on invisible ink. There's a book in a library. I need to give a number for this particular book. So what I do is that I go and search, Control F. I search for invisible ink, the index. So only one result is, you can see here. I click enter. You are taken to the place. So invisible ink is a very simple number. You type a subject, subject is available, keyword is available, and there's a number. What is the answer? I think I will make it a little bigger. Yes, I think this is sufficient. You can see here 667.46 invisible ink. So 6 stands for applied sciences, 66 stands for chemical technology, and 667.46 stands for invisible ink. Very simple number. Okay, fine. Let me go for the term called library building. The term library building. I want to, there's a book in our library on library building. I go on the index, I search for library building. You see the answer? The left side first column, which is bolded, library building. What is the number? 022. 02 stands for librarianship. 022 stands for library building. So these are very, very simple numbers. You go to index, you search for a term, answer is there, take and use it, work is over. Then comes another set of terms which are given in the alphabet index are called qualifiers. For example, I am searching for this essence, theory of knowledge. So there is a word called essence, but I want to analyze it from the point of view of theory of knowledge. You can see here. See the term essence, bracket, metaphysics, one answer is there. Essence, within bracket, theory of knowledge, another number is given. So the term metaphysics, the term theory of knowledge, they work as qualifiers. So that helps us to qualify whether this particular subject belongs to metaphysics or the subject belongs to theory of knowledge. So what I want is theory of knowledge. So I take this number 165.2. I don't take 111.12. So these kinds of terms which are given within the circular bracket to pinpointly get answers. Okay, that's called qualifiers. So let me try one more thing called special codes, which are meant for criminal law. Okay, so we want to get a number for special codes, which are exclusively designed for handling criminal law cases. You can see here, special codes within bracket, criminal law. What's the answer? 3-4. Okay. Why 3-4? 3 stands for social sciences, 3-4 stands for law, and 343.197 stands for special courts criminal law. So based on the qualifiers, we can get exactly the number that you want. What is the context? Okay, you can find out qualifiers. Then comes something called relative index. For example, I am trying for something called limestone, for example. So my intention is to get number on limestone. Okay, so many limestones are there. The term limestone appears in many places. Okay, I just keep on moving ahead to go to a particular term called limestone. I want the entry to start with limestone. You can see here, the entry is here, but the term limestone is not having any number, but the term limestone appears in different subjects, in building materials, in deposits, in petrography, in pulp industry, in soil mechanics classification. So the term limestone is appearing in 5 different subjects. So if you are getting a book on limestone, you need to go through the book. You have to see the contents. You have to understand what context the limestone is being discussed. Either it is in terms of building materials, limestone as a building material, limestone deposits, limestones as used in petrography, limestone used in pulp industry. So based on the subject content, you have to choose the number. Just like in DDC we have relative index. Similarly, In UDC also, a good number of entries are presented as a relative index, where you need to pick up the subject which the book, whatever book you have in your hand is being discussing about. This is called relative index. Okay, good. So these three different kinds of things are: one is simple numbers, other is qualifiers, and finally you have got relative index. Okay, fine. Then, see, let me try to work out numbers for few subjects. I got some titles. Using index, how can we find out numbers for these subjects? Okay, for example, I got something called biscuits. I got a book on biscuits, for example. So go to index and you try for number for biscuits. So it's here 664.681 biscuits. Fine. The same way, for example, you have researched a book on emotional health, for example. So I just copy the term. I go to index. I try to paste it. You can see here emotional health 613.86. There's a 6 stands for applied sciences. 61 stands for medical sciences, and emotional health number is 613.86. Good. Okay, good. Then comes maybe image processors, the term which you use in computer science, image processor. I just search for that particular number. I click it. I just land there. Image processor number is 004.383.5. First 3 digits dot, next 3 digits dot. That's what goes on. Okay, fine. Maybe I'll go for one more. Legends in literature. So I'm talking about legends, great personalities in the field of literature, not in other subjects. That's why this qualifier is there. Let me try for this particular item, legends in literature. Let me try for legends. If it doesn't give any result. Okay, there's a legends. Christian legends. Okay, there's a term which I don't require actually. I click enter. Yes. The term legends and relative index, you can see here, legends in art, legends in cartography, legends in inscriptions, legends in literature, legends in music. Okay. So it has got 5 different appearances, but what I need is legends in literature. So I take this number. Which number? Legends in literature 82-343. Fine. Let's try this. And maybe the last one I'll try for underwater archaeology. There's a book on underwater archaeology. I go to index. I search for the term underwater archaeology. It will take you directly there. 902.034. Fine. So this way, numbers for simple subjects can be straight away found out using the alphabetical index. Very simple. Control F, you get a search box, you type the keyword, it will take you there, you get the number. Very simple. Fine. See, apart from main numbers, their main numbers, underwater technology 902.034. 9 stands for geography, history, and biography. And this is a plain only UDC number is it. Sir, you can ask the question. Sir, in the index, do we get numbers only for main tables? What about the auxiliary tables? If you want a number for a term which is used in any table, common auxiliaries, can I get that number also from alphabetical index? That is also possible. For example, I just give an example. I want to get number for Limba language. It's a language. I want to see what is the number for this Limba language. Let me try an index. I have typed Limba language. So it takes you there. So what is the number? It says one number. But here, before the number, the UDC gives a hint. What is the hint? The term Limba language is taken from, not from the main table. It is taken from the auxiliary table. Which table? 1C. 1C. 1C is table for language. Common auxiliaries of language, 1C. How we should write is equal sign, is equal to sign, followed by 432.123. So the number for Limba language is 432.123 preceded by is equal to sign. So this particular number is not taken from the main table, but is taken from a table called 1C. What is 1C? 1C is common auxiliaries of language. Okay. The same way, for example, I want to get number for a place, a particular place. For example, I want to get the number for Japan, for example. So I look for a term Japan. Japan appears in many places. I want Japan to be the lead term. I just search for it. Let me go further. Japan. Okay. Let me try. It is, I think this is searching for the terms. Ancient Japan. Okay, for example, let's say ancient Japan. It says, what is the number? It says in circular brackets, you should write 31. That is called ancient Japan. So this number is not the main UDC number. This is taken from a table because it is given 1E. Table 1E is called common accelerators of place. So this 3-1 has come from a table called 1E. How you should write the number? You should write open circular bracket 3, 1 and close circular bracket. That's how you should write. So that is how entries are given in the alphabetical index. Fine. Then let me try for a form of document called handbooks. See, books are in different forms, physical forms. I try for handbooks, for example. It says number for handbooks is 305, but it is to be given within a circular bracket, and the number is taken from a table called 1D. 1D is the table of forms. Just like in DDC, we are having table 1, no standard subdivision. Same way here, they have got table 1D, which is meant for form. Okay. The same way, for example, I want a number for winter. Winter is a time period. I want to get number for winter, for example. I just typed winter. You can see here. Okay, winter. Yes, you can see here winter. The number is taken from 1G, table 1G, common accelerators of time. It has got opening double quote, 324, and closing double quote. Okay. What I want to say is that you can differentiate. See, for example, here a number is there. What is the number? Winnowing. What is the number? 631.562. This is the main UDC number. But the number for winter is got 1G. It means the number is taken from 1G table. And how should write this number? Open double quote, 324, and close double quote. That is how we should write. So this way, you can differentiate the entries which are taken from the main table, the entries which are taken from ATs, auxiliary tables. Okay, that is how the entries are arranged in alphabetical index. Okay, fine. And in volume 1, how the entries are arranged and what those arrangement mean to you. For example, I'll just show you here. Yes. One minute. Okay, if you take this UDC volume, volume 1, the entries are arranged in a particular style. I'll show you how the entries are arranged. You can see here. See, for example, I will go to a place. See, this is how the entries are. It has got 2 columns. The first column, the first column is called notation column or class number column, where numbers are given in the left side. In the right side, we have class description, the subject names which stand against these numbers. And every page you can see one number column, one text column, and then again one more number column and one more text column. This is how the tables are arranged. Okay, number column, this is the subject class description, then number column, then text column. Every page has got 2 different layouts. Okay, this you need to understand. This is how numbers are arranged in the first volume. Okay, yes. Then comes, see, what is the meaning if the words are arranged this way or that way? What is the meaning of those terms? You need to understand that. I'll show you now. See, for example, yes. See, for example, I'll show you how numbers are to be understood. When you have a look at UDC number, how you should be able to understand the entries. Okay, for example, let me go to the first page of UDC main table. I just go to 0. I'll show you. Yes, this is the main table. This is the first page. Okay, so here you can see here number column is a text column. See, Now and then they have given some symbols. Those symbols have got some meaning and they tell you something. For example, symbols for including. You can see one square symbol. Square symbol means including. See, for example, you see here, I'll just show you. Do you see a square symbol here? You can see here 001.12 character of the objects examined by knowledge. Here one square symbol is there. It means that if you want the number for realities, phenomena, facts, circumstance, you have the same number. 001.12 includes realities, phenomenon, facts, circumstances. So this square symbol stands for including option. Okay, fine, good. And secondly, now and then you can see a diamond symbol. So here one square symbol is there. Here's a square symbol is there. Some diamond symbols are there. Whenever diamond symbol is there, it means that UDC is giving you some example. Okay, they are giving some example. See 001. How this number can be divided? If you want very deep manner, you can see some examples which are plenty available throughout the main table in various places to tell the participants, to tell the learners how a particular number can be subdivided further. So they give an example. So based on the example, you can form your own method of classifying numbers. That autonomy is given to the classifiers. Okay, yes. So diamond symbol stands for examples. Good. Then comes double arrow. You can see here, no, double arrow. So double arrow, concepts of science and knowledge, double arrow. Data, double arrow. It's not single arrow, two arrows are there, double arrow. It means that see also, just cross reference. There's another number which is somewhat similar to same concept. Better you go there where, for example, if you want to get number for data, you can go to 004.22 where they are talking about the data in terms of computer science. Okay, here they're talking about knowledge point of view. 004, they talk about computer science data. So they're asking you, if you want a number for data, before finalize number, please, you can go and see 004.22 also. See also, cross reference they are providing using this double arrow. Okay, so we understand square means including, diamond means example they are giving, and double arrow means see also. Okay, fine. Then and the same way, there are some other symbols also. For example, you can see here, double arrows are there, diamonds are there, square is there. In the same way, in other places, you can see something like parallel subdivision or subdivided as. So in one place, they give a long list of numbers. These numbers can be used in other subjects also, just like the CC, you know. In colon class, we had seen something called parallel division, parallel schedule. Same way, here also parallel schedules are there. They are being meant by a symbol called approximately equal to. I'll show you. Okay, fine. Then come special auxiliaries. Whenever you talk about special auxiliaries, there's something called sidelining. Something called, you can see here, no? To the left of 003, you can see one line. See, please don't understand that this line is a mistake line by when you're taking the Xerox copy or when taking the scanning, by mistake, they put this horizontal, this vertical line. No, no. This vertical line, which is given here, it is called sidelining. Sidelining is called special auxiliaries. Okay. So all the special auxiliaries are almost in all the place. They are mentioned with this particular sign called sidelining. Sidelining is symbol that this is a special auxiliary. Okay, fine. Then comes non-UDC notation. See, for example, sir, I have found a number of particular subjects, sir, but I wanted to be more specific. See, I know what is the number for mango, but how can I give number for Alfonso mango? How can I give number for different breeds of mango? So I know what is the number for rice, but how can I give numbers for different brands and breeds of rice? There is no other go. You have to borrow some alphabets, some numbers from outside. You have to include into UDC number. So those numbers which are not taken from UDC schedules, but from outside the UDC, they are called non-UDC notation. If you want to add non-UDC notation, you can do it with the help of one star symbol, asterisk symbol. So these are the few examples where you can see. See, for example, I have shown you this square. You can see on the screen, epigraphy, one square including epigraphical writing, inscriptions, monumental script, laboratory style. For all these things, same number, 003.071. This is a square type. And this is called a book script. If you want, you can see this also. Double arrow 655. You can see. I'll give you example for this subdivide, which I have not shown you. I'll show you 524.78. Let me go to 524. Okay, 524. Just to show you how that will look like. Okay, 524.78. Okay, I move this side to right side column. 524.78. You can see here, no? 524.78. Intergalactic matter. They again one symbol, no? 3 lines are there. That means is approximately equal to. 3 lines stands for approximately equal to. It says that if you want to subdivide this number 524.78, no problem. Please go to 524.5. Whatever divisions are available, take it from there, come and use it here. So that is the meaning of this 3 line, not approximately equal to symbol. Fine. So I have shown you all the symbols. Okay. Now we'll start with our real game. Okay. Fine. I told you common auxiliaries are of 2 different kinds. One is sign, another is table. Okay. When you talk about tables, the tables can be, again, the common auxiliary tables can be further divided into 2 groups called dependent common auxiliaries, independent common auxiliaries. You can divide them into 2 different groups. Independent means, so these common auxiliary numbers, even without UDC numbers, they can function as an individual number. Or even when you're writing the classification number using UDC, the first number, the citation order, no, the facet formula, the first number can be even a number taken from a common auxiliary. That means instead of starting your main UDC number called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you can start a UDC number with the help of or with the number taken from any one of the common auxiliaries. That is called independent common auxiliaries. They can act as an independent number. Okay, no problem. For example, I'll just give for example, see the number 410 placed in circular bracket means Britain. Okay, because any number which is given in circular bracket starting with either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 is called a place number. See, 410 stands for Britain. You see, for example, this title called Coal Mining Britain. If you are interested that I want all the documents on Britain to be brought together in a single place, you can write the number like this. 410 is the first number. So 410 can be the first number in the facet formula. It can be prefixed. If you need, it can be infixed. If you need, it can be suffixed. No problem. And without any UDC number also, this 410 can act as an independent number. Fine. For example, all the books on Britain, general Britain can be brought together. You can just keep it. Fine. That's called independent common auxiliaries. That means these auxiliaries can be either attached to a UDC number or they can be written as the first number and they can act independently. What about other tables? There are some tables called 1I2, 1H and 1K. All these auxiliaries are dependent common auxiliaries. That means the numbers taken from all these auxiliaries cannot be written as the first number. That means after writing the main UDC number, these numbers are to be suffixed. These numbers cannot be prefixed. First point. Secondly, these numbers independently cannot form a subject. You cannot write an independent class number just with the help of these common auxiliaries. They are called dependent common auxiliaries because they depend on a UDC number. Only after writing a main UDC number, you can write a number taken from all these common auxiliaries. So common auxiliaries are of 2 different categories from 2 different points of view. First point of view, some common auxiliaries are signs, some common auxiliaries are so-called some common auxiliaries are signs and some common auxiliaries are given in the form of tables. That's the first way of classifying. What second classification? Some common auxiliaries are independent common auxiliaries and some common auxiliaries are dependent common auxiliaries. Fine, good. And I think with this understanding, let me start out our exercises. Okay, yes. Now, first volume, part 1. Part 1 has got 2 sections, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 stands for common auxiliaries, and section 2 stands for special auxiliaries. In common part 1, section 1 talk about common auxiliaries. We'll talk about table 1A. I'll show you where is table 1A. Table 1A is in volume 1. Okay, so let me go to volume 1. I'll show you the volume 1. We have got first one, we have got table 1A. We'll start table 1A. Out of common auxiliaries, table 1A is the first table we have to learn about. Let me just go to volume 1. Yes, table 1A. Good. This is a table 1A. See, table 1A talks about two important concepts. One is coordination and other is extension. So whenever you want to add two UDC numbers, you can go for either coordination or extension. The symbol for coordination is plus. The symbol for extension is slash, stroke. We say stroke or slash. And we need to understand when we have to use a plus symbol, when we have to use a stroke symbol. Let us understand that. Okay, for example, so there are two subjects, then two UDC numbers, and these two subjects are non-consecutive. They are not consecutive. They are taken from two different parts of your main table. If the numbers are not consecutive, you can make use of plus symbol to add two different UDC numbers. Okay, for example, we'll go here. There is a book like this. You're receiving a book in library called Biological Sciences and Medical Sciences. What's the name of the book? Biological Sciences and Medical Sciences. So what I do is that I go to index. Okay, because I don't know what is the number for biological sciences, what is the number for medical sciences. I don't know. So let me go to index. I'll go and search for biological sciences first. Okay, let me try. 57 biological sciences, 57. Maybe you can go to main index also. Biological science number is 57. Okay, it's written. What about medical sciences? Number for medical sciences. Let me go to index. I'll try for medical sciences. So number for medical sciences 61. So there are two subjects, medical sciences and biological sciences. In one textbook, both these subjects are covered. So what I'm supposed to do, I need to join together these two subjects. And these two subjects are non-consecutive. One is 57, other is 61. Both are taken from two different parts of your main schedule. So in order to join these two numbers, I make use of plus sign. So what is answered? 57 plus 61. If you feel that such our medical points are more here, focusing on medicine is more than that of biological science, you can write 61 plus 57. Absolutely no problem. Based on your choice, you can write. So plus symbol used. Okay, one more example. So there's a book on elements of physics, chemistry, and chemical technology. There's a book which talks about three different subjects: physics, chemistry, chemical technology. So I don't know the number for all these subjects. So let me go to my index. I will try for physics. So what's the number of physics? See, many numbers are there physics. So very patiently, you should go through. You would keep on pressing enter. It will take you to different places. It's very difficult to find out number. So I will, what I'll do is that, I'll just go to index. I just scroll down. I'll go to P. It is PR. I'll go to PH. Okay, this is O. This is PA. And this is PA. Okay, PA. Okay. PE. Okay. I just go to, because there are 300 occurrences for the term physics. It's very difficult. So I just go to the index directly. I go for physics PHY. Where is PHY? PHO has come. Just like how you are referring to a term in a dictionary, I just go and search for it. Okay. Physical features, physical states. Okay. Let me go to the next. Physics. I want specifically physics. What is the number of physics? 53. Number for physics, 53. The same way, number for chemistry 54, number for chemical technology 66. Now three subjects are there. One is 53, other is 54, other is 66. Three numbers are there. So you need to join all the three numbers. So you can go for coordination symbol called plus. 53 plus 54 plus 66. Fine, good. The same way, botany and agriculture. So number for botany is 58. Number for agriculture is 63. The answer can be 58 plus 63 or 63 plus 58. So normally, when you see a title of the book, no, my screen is visible to you, please. Please update me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir. It's
okay,
visible.
good. Okay, see, when you see a title called Botany Agriculture, we normally understand that focus on botany is more. That is within the title itself, they have given Botany and Agriculture. But if you feel that, no, sir, we are different, I want to I want to give importance to agriculture, no problem. You can write 63 plus 58, absolute, no problem. This is for non-consecutive UDC numbers. Okay, fine. Then what about stroke or extension symbol? Whenever the UDC numbers are consecutive or continuous, or you want to talk about from this subject to this subject, from to aspect. When you want to cover from to aspect, either say either tak. When you want to cover that kind of concepts, no, continuous numbers, you can make use of a slash, a stroke sign. For example, give an example. See, there's something called systematic zoology. Okay, there is a book called Systematic Zoology. Okay, let me just copy the word. I'll go to index. I'll try for the term systematic zoology. See what's the number given here? 592 slash 599. What does it mean? It means that 592, 593, 594, 595, 596, 597, 598, 599. See, all these numbers combinedly, they talk about one subject called systematic zoology. So 5922, 599. So all these numbers, they denote one subject called systematic zoology. So I want to denote all the numbers, so I give a stroke symbol. Okay, yes. The same way, for example, applied arts. Let me go to applied art. There's a subject called applied arts. There is a book in your library called Applied Arts. Okay, let me see how to write number for applied arts. See, applied arts, I just go here. Can you see here? Applied arts 745 to 740. It means that 745, 746, 747, 748, 749. Five numbers are there. So they are all continuous numbers. 745 to 749. So I use a slash symbol. Okay, fine. Okay, for example, there's a book like this. Mathematics, astronomy, and physics. You are receiving in library. What is the number for mathematics? 51. What is the number for astronomy? 52. What is the number for physics? 53. So 51, 52, 53. They are consecutive numbers, continuous numbers. How to denote? Write the first number, put a slash, and write the last number. It is understood that 51, 52, 53, all the three subjects are covered in this particular book. Fine. The same way, arithmetic, algebra, geometry. 511 slash 513. Okay, that's called extension symbol. See, for example, I'll give another example to you. See, food and meals. What's the topic? What is the book you receive? Food and meals. I look for them. What is the number for food? 641. What is the number for meals? 642. Now I need to combine these two numbers. Ready-made number is not there. See, for example, if you go to systematic zoology, they have got a ready-made number 592 slash 599. Copy and write it. But if there is a book on food and meals, you will get two different numbers. If you go to index, for food one number, meals one number. You want to combine these two numbers. See, and these two numbers are continuous numbers. 641, 642. So what do you do? After writing 641, you put a slash and write 642. Are you getting the point? Yes. And please understand, these kinds of extension signs are used not only for main subjects, but also for subdivisions. For example, this is a main number. What is the main number? 51 is a main number. 53 is a main number. Use it. What are subdivisions? For example, see, I want the number for magnetism, for example. Okay, I just go to index. I search for a term called magnetism. Many terms are there. Many places have got the term magnetism, but I go to magnetism, which is starting entry. Okay. That means the entry itself is magnetism. It's not a part of other entries. Okay. Okay. Let me search. Let me search magnetism. Okay, you can see here. See, magnetism, what is the answer? 537.6/.8. That means it is not the main number, it is subdivisions. 537, 53 is physics. 53 is physics. In physics, the number for magnetism is not one number, it is a collection of few numbers. 537.6, 537.7, 537.8. So these three numbers are combinedly denoting the subject magnetism. So what is the answer? 537.6/.8. From 6 till 8. Okay, all those numbers are combined together to form magnetism. So this kinds of slash can be used either for joining two main class numbers or even to join the subdivisions of a main class number. Okay, both are possible. Okay, so we have learned table 1A, which talks about coordination and extension. Symbol for coordination is plus and symbol for extension is slash symbol, stroke symbol. I think it's clear. Then let me go on to table 1B. So table 1B in common auxiliaries, section 1, table 1B talks about three different kinds of sign. One is relation sign called colon. Then there is symbol for subgrouping called open square bracket and close square bracket. And there is symbol for order fixing called double colon. Instead of one colon, you can go for double colon. Okay, we learn about these three symbols. So we have to learn about three signs in the table 1B. First one is colon. So whenever you're talking about the relationship that exists between two subjects, you can go for colon symbol. See, in colon classification, we had seen something called phase relation, no? Maybe gender relation or comparison or a difference or influencing or bias. So whatever may be the relation that exists between two subjects, for all these relationship, the symbol is colon is as prescribed in UDC. Fine. For example, let me talk about title. Relationship between classification and cataloging. Okay, classification and cataloging. So I don't know what is the number for classification and cataloging. So I'll just go and search for classification. Okay, classification occurs in many places. Okay, so I think it's better I'll go on the search for, because classification occurs in the top of every page. So let me talk the risk of doing everything. So let me straight away go to index. I go for CH. I go for CH. I go for CI. Okay. Then I'll go to CL. Yes, classification. So, classification. You graph in libraries, classification in library. What's the number? 025.4. I've done 025.4. Okay. Then what is the number for cataloging? I don't know. So let me go to index. I search for term cataloging, and it is given here. Number for cataloging is, sorry, what is the number for cataloging? It's here. Cataloging libraries. Cataloging libraries. 025.3. 025.3. Okay. Now, I need to form a UDC number which is combining both these numbers. And this document talks about the relationship between classification and cataloging. So what you can do, you can write 025.4 colon 025.3. Or if you don't like, you can reverse it. Okay, 025.3 colon 025.4. That depends on your interest. Okay, so any relation between two subjects can be denoted by using the symbol called colon. Fine, good. Then comparative study of religion and ethics. Okay, number for religion is 2. Number for ethics is 17. How can you form a number? 2 colon 17 or 17 colon 2. You can interchange the number. Okay, that depends on the way you feel it is more convenient, more useful for your library. Okay, fine. Then comes, I'll give another example. Reference service in university libraries. Okay, reference service in university libraries. Okay, the relationship between these two items. So let me go and find out what is the number for reference service. I go to index. I type reference service. I wait for the reply. Okay, I click enter. So what is the number for reference service libraries? 027.081. Okay, I have taken down. What is the number for university libraries? Let me just go to index. I try for the number. Universal library number is 027.7. Fine. I got two numbers. So I want to see that there is a relationship between these two components. How to form a number? Either you write 027.7 first or second number. Okay. So what is the answer? 027.081 colon 027.7. So this way you can do that. For example, difference between mathematics and physics. Number for mathematics is 51. Number for physics 53. Either you can write 51 colon 53 or you can write 53 colon 51. See, in colon classification, you can tell what kind of relationship is existing between these two components. But in UDC, you cannot mention a type of relation, but you can mention that some relation is being studied in these two subjects. That's what you can show in UDC. One colon. Okay, colon stands for sign for denoting the relationship that exists between two subjects. And whenever you're using a colon, you're having a liberty to interchange subjects. Either this way or that you can write. Okay, this first one. And secondly, in table 1B, the second symbol is square brackets. Open square bracket and close square brackets. So for example, using plus or colon or a stroke, you are forming a compound number. Okay, see for example, physics and chemistry, for example. Number for physics is 53, number for chemistry is 54. 51 is simple number, 53 is simple number, 54 is simple number. When you're adding 51 plus 54 or 53 slash 54 or 51 colon 54 using plus symbol or colon symbol or stroke symbol, it becomes a compound subject. See, after preparing a compound number, if you want to compare this compound number to another subject, that means you want to whatever number you created as a compound number, you want to subgroup it, and the subgrouping is to be compared to another common concept, a concept which is common to both these ideas. Then you can go for square brackets. I'll give example, for example. Okay, for example, Hindu and Buddhistic religious music. This is a book. There is a book which talks about religious music, but it talks about Hindu religious music and it talks about Buddhist religious music. Okay, it talks about both. Okay, now I want to know what is the number for Hinduism. Okay, what is the number for Hinduism? Hinduism is given as Hindu religion in index. So let me go to index and type the word Hindu religion plus enter. To take what is the number for Hindu religion? 23. I have written. And what is the number for Buddhism? Let me find out. I go to index. I type the keyword Buddhism. I click enter. So number for Buddhism. The term Buddhism appears in more than 50-60 places. But I want the term Buddhism to appear as the entry element or primary thing. So what is the number Buddhism? 24. 24 stands for Buddhism. So I know what is the number for Hinduism, what is the number for Buddhism, and these two are grouped. 23 plus 24. Okay, what I have done, I have given a small grouping. This for bracket 23 plus 24. I have grouped 23 plus 24. I use a plus symbol. Now I have subgrouped this particular subject, Hindu and Buddhism. And what is common to both Hinduism and Buddhism? The religious music. So I want to know what is the number for religious music. So let me go to index. I'll try for the number religion music. Is there a number called religion music? No. So I'll do GIOUS, religious music. It is given as religious music. I try religious music. It goes to move from one place to another, one entry to another entry. Just keep on pressing enter key till it reaches religious. Yes, what's the number here? Religious music number is 783. 7 stands for arts, 78 stands for music, and 78 stands for religious music. So religious music is a common term which is applicable to both Hinduism and Buddhism. So I'm writing the answer this particular way. What is the answer? 783 is a religious music, colon means I'm combining these two concepts, and this 23 plus 24 are given in square bracket, meaning that these two items are grouped and religious music is studied in terms of both Hinduism and Buddhism. That's called subgrouping. See, before you are using a common concept, whatever subjects where these common concepts are appearing, all those subjects are grouped. Okay, maybe using a plus symbol or colon symbol or stroke symbol. After grouping it, you are subgrouping it using a square bracket. And this square bracketed subject is compared to a common concept. Okay, for example, I'll give another example. Comparison of public health services in rural and urban settlement. That is a topic. Okay, let me try for first public health services. I'll go to my index. Let me try public health service. Is there any term called public health? It says no. Service. Then I try public health. Okay, few terms are there. I'll try public health. Okay, public health. I'll go to the term where the term P starts, public health. E has come. Because when the term public health appears in more than 27 places, so I should go to all those places to find what is the exact number I need for myself. The relative index, that's why, okay. So what is the number for public health? I have gone to PRO, yes. Is here. Public health and hygiene number is 614. It is given here. So I have taken 614. Now I need numbers for rural settlement and urban settlement. Okay. Let me try for urban settlement first. I try for urban settlement where urban culture is there. So only one number is there, urban settlement. What is the number? 911.375. I have noted down. Then I'll go to what is the number for rural settlement. I search for the number rural settlement. Only one number is there. Rural settlement number 911.373. So I have found the number for rural settlement, urban settlement. So two areas are there. One is rural settlement, another is urban settlement. What is common in both? Public health services. We are studying how public health services are good in rural settlement and urban settlement. So what I do, whatever subjects are to be combined together, what are they? Rural settlement and the urban settlement. Both these numbers are joined using plus symbol. Okay, either you can put a plus symbol, or since it's given comparison, instead of using a plus symbol, I'm using colon symbol. Okay, so this is rural settlement, this is urban settlement. These two numbers are connected with the colon, and we have given a sub grouping. So using a square bracket, these two numbers are subgrouped, and the subgrouping is compared to a common thing called a public health service, whose number is 614. So it is called a subgrouping, second link. And thirdly, double colon. See, whenever you are using a colon, no, you are using a colon to join two subjects when you want to mean that these two subjects are studied in relation to each other. Fine. But when you're using a colon, there's a possibility of interchanging the numbers. Okay, either 52 colon 63 or 63 colon 53, no problem. But if you feel that no, it is not supposed to be this particular, in this particular title, one is superior, another is inferior. One is coordinate, another is subordinate. One is upper side, another is lower side. So whenever you want to show that there is a hierarchical relationship between these two concepts, bigger concepts, smaller concepts. So you want to fix the order. You want to say that only this number should be written as a first number and only this number should be written as second number. Reversing is not possible and should not be done. Okay, if you feel it, you can go for double colon. Double colon fixes the order between two subjects so that these two numbers cannot be interchanged. Okay, am I clear? Yes. For example, I'll give an example. So there's a book on war medicine. There's a book on war medicine. So let me find out what is the number for war. Okay, just go to index. I have typed the term war. I think maybe around more than 535 places the term war appears. So I close this. I go to W. Okay. Very simple for me. I'll go to W. Yes. Yes. Let me go to W. WAR. Can see a war. Causes, declaration, international law, military affairs. I go for this military affairs. War means military affairs. So what's the number for what? 355.01. I have taken the number. What is the number of medicine? You know already 61. Okay. Now, as a librarian, as you are having the book in your hand, you decide whether war medicine means war is a primary component and medicine is subordinate concept, or medicine is the major concept and war is a subordinate concept. Okay, for example, normally we say medicine is the main concept, medicine, industrial medicine, or war medicine, or military medicine. You have different medicine. So I personally feel medicine is the primary number, war is the subordinate number. So I write 61 as the first number. I write 355.01 as second number. In between these two numbers, I put a semicolon. I'm sorry, I put double colon. First colon, then second colon. It means that this number is not to be changed. Anyone, either you go for this or you go for this, any one number, but the order cannot be changed. There's a meaning of this war medicine. Okay, fine. I'll give one more example. Investigative journalism. There's a title. Investigative journalism. Number for investigation is 343.982.4. Journalism 070. So investigative journalism is a part of journalism, isn't it? So I read journalism as the first number, investigation is second number. I am joining both these numbers with a double colon, which means that the order should not be changed. This book will be filed under 070 only, wherever you are. It is called order fixing using double colon. So that's about table B. Okay, so we have learned table A, which talks about plus symbol and slash symbol. Plus symbol is meant for joining two non-consecutive numbers. Slash is meant for joining non-consecutive numbers, we have seen. Then comes table 1B. We have seen three different signs. Colon is to mention the relationship between two subjects, any kind of relationship. And square bracket is meant for subgrouping two components against a common component. And thirdly, we had seen a double colon sign, which is used for fixing the order of subjects. Fine, we have seen. Table 1A is over, table 1B is over. We go table 1C. Okay, table 1C. See, after table 1C, we'll have a 5-10 minutes break. Okay, fine. See, table 1C stands for languages. If you want to get numbers for any languages, you need to go to volume 1. In volume 1, go to table 1C, which stands for languages. We can see all languages in the world are listed here. Fine, good. And what is a connecting symbol for adding a language number? If there is a main number, and to that main number, you want to add a number taken from a language, it's very simple. Write the main UDC number first, then put one is equal to sign. Okay, you can see here on the is equal to sign. After the equal to sign, you can write the language number. So we can understand any number which precedes an equal sign means this is a language number taken from table 1C, which is common auxiliaries of languages. Okay, it's very, very simple. And you can get numbers for almost all the languages in this world. Okay, all the languages. Whether you talk about African languages, Asian languages, American languages, Latin languages, German languages, all languages. Okay, you get numbers here. Okay, and starting from 0, they're using and all numbers are there. But only thing is, you start with is equal to symbol and you write the number. That's called language. For example, English. What's the number for English language? Is equal to 111. Is equal to 111. English language. And what about German? See, it's here. German language. German language means is equal to 112.2. German language. Okay. And if you come down, many other languages are there. Maybe different countries' languages are there. Maybe let us see what about our Hindi. See, Hindi language. You can see here. Okay, Hindi language. We'll see here what's the number of Hindi language. Yes, you can say Hindi is equal to 214.2 on Hindi language, and Urdu, then Gujarati, then Rajasthani, then Punjabi, Bengali, Bhojpuri, then Oriya, then Konkani, then Marathi, Nepali, Sindhi. Okay. And what about Tamil language? Let me try. What's the number of Tamil language? Okay. Okay. You can see is equal to 573.15. See, Kannada, Kodagu, Malayalam, Tamil, you can see languages. Okay, so all the languages are listed in volume 1 in table C called 1C called common auxiliaries of languages. Fine. Okay, and the number for languages can be found out using this index also. See, for example, I go to index. I am typing what is the number for Tamil language. So let me try now in the index. I am trying index. You can see here Tamil language 1C is equal to 53573.15. So either you can go to table 1C, search and find out the number for Tamil language, or you can come to alphabetical index. You can just type Tamil, you'll get the answer. Both are possible. Okay. And let me write this number. How to write the number? First of all, you need to write the main number. Then you can write the number meant for the language preceded by is equal to symbol. Okay, for example, case one language. Book. There's a book on physics, a physics book in English. What is the number for physics? 53. We know very well. What is the number for English? Is equal to 111. I just shown you now. How to write the number? 53 is equal to 111. That's the answer. So 53 is physics. Is equal to some sign tells that a language number follows. What does this 111 stand for? It stands for English. That is physics books in English. Fine. This is another book. Solar system in Tamil language. So let me try what is the number for solar system. I don't know what is the answer. I go to index. I type the solar system. I type many, I think more than 10 places the word solar system appears. Let me keep on pressing enter to reach the main entry called starting with the yes, solar system. I have in P, okay, solar system. Yes, you can see the answer. Solar system. Okay, what is the number here in solar system? It is in astronomy 523.2. 523.2. What is the answer? 523.2. That's the answer. Solar system. I have taken. What is the number of Tamil language I have taken is equal to 573.15. I am combining these. So 523.2 is equal to 573.15. So this stands for solar system. This stands for Tamil language. So this way, you can take a number from a language, common auxiliaries. This can be added to any subject. Okay, fine. Mathematics in Bhojpuri. What is the number of mathematics? 51. What is the number of Bhojpuri? Is equal to 214.331. So what is the answer? 51 is equal to 214.331. Good. Yes. And what about the period? Suppose if you want to mention the period, whether the language is old period English or classical period English or middle period English or modern period English, that is a vernacular local language. Or you want to say the old Tamil, classical Tamil, middle Tamil, modern Tamil, or old Hindi, classical Hindi, middle Hindi, modern Hindi. So when you want to mean the period of the period in which the language is used, no? So to mention that, for example, I'll show you. Let me go to our PDF file. Okay, you can see here in the language table, they are given a hint on how you can mention the periods, which is meant for different languages. Okay, I just go to the first page. I just increase the font size. You can just see here. Do you see here? So this is a table, common table. You can see here. There is sidelining. What is sidelining? I told her sidelining means it is special auxiliary. What is special auxiliary? The auxiliary which can be used only in the place where it is given, only for the subject where it is written. Here there is a sidelining. It means that these numbers can be taken and used with any other language. So these numbers can be added to any language. Okay. And how you can mention the period? See, is equal to sign, language number, single inverted comma, 01 stands for old period. What is the modern period? Is equal to sign, language number, single inverted comma, 06. That stands for modern period. So these numbers can be added to any language. But these numbers can be used only for the language table, not anywhere else, because it is special auxiliary meant for languages. Okay, fine. For example, I'll tell you. What is the number for Latin? Is equal to 124. So I want number for old Latin. How can I form a number for old Latin? It's very, very simple. I know the number for Latin is equal to 124. What is the number for old period? It's given here. single inverted comma 01. So I write single inverted comma 01. So is equal to 124. Single inverted comma 01 stands for old Latin. What about modern Latin? Single inverted comma followed by 06. So these kinds of 01, 02, 04, 06 can be added to any language. Fine. Okay. Now we'll see now. Textbook of physics in modern Latin. So I know what is the number for physics, 53. What is the number for modern Latin? Your right is equal to symbol 124 for Latin. What is the number for modern period? Single inverted comma 06. So what is the answer? 53 is equal to 124 single inverted comma 06. Fine, good. Then maybe we'll take another thing. Documentation in classical Greek. Okay, documentation in classical Greek. So I don't know what is the number for documentation. I copy the subject. Let me go to index. I look for the term documentation. Okay, documentation. I'll see. I think better let me go to index and get the number. Okay, I've gone to index. I have typed the documentation and let me try. What is the number for banking documentation? Documentation number is 002. I have taken number for documentation 002. What is the number for Greek? I don't know what is the number for Greek. So I go and type Greek and press enter button. Number for ancient Greek is available. Let me go to different. It's given a classical Greek language. What is the number? 1c is equal to 14 is equal to 14. Single in the comma 02. 02 denotes that is a classical period. So what is the answer? 002 is the main UDC number. Then is equal to 14 stands for Greek language and single inverted comma 02 stands for classical period Greek language. Are you getting the point? So this way you can point out the period of that particular language. That's very much possible. Okay. Yes. Then comes I have shown you how you can use one language and one language with period. Then comes, see, for example, some cases there are some translations. Sometimes no, there are some translated editions of books. A book in a particular language is translated from another language and you are making use of those kinds of translated books. So what is the method for coining numbers for these translated documents in UDC? It's very simple. They say translated documents or translation should be used with the number is equal to 030. Okay, if you go to table, you can find out 030. You can see here, I'll show you 030 stands for translations. You can see here, left side. Okay, I'll go to its form, I'll go to language. In language, I go to 030. Okay, yes. This is table 1B relation we studied already. The language, in language you can see here 030 is equal to 030 stands for translations. Okay, see, two kinds are there. To denote the source language, you can use 030.12.9. You can use it, source language. To mention the target language, you can use is equal to symbol 1/1/129. You can use. That means to mention the target language, the language number can be used as such, prefixed with equal to sign. To denote a source language, you need to mention 030 dot, then you have to mention the language number. I'll give a small example. See, medical documents translated from Russian. Okay, that's the thing. Medical documents translated from Russian. So I want to know what is the number for medical document. 61, you know very well. 6 stands for applied sciences, 61 medicine, 62 engineering, 63 agriculture, 64 home economics, you know very well. 61 is medicine. What is the number for Russian language? I don't know. So I just go to index. I type Russian language. Yes. So what is the answer for Russian language? This is a Prussian language. Yes. Russian language 1C is equal to 161.1. I thought that I got the answer from index. So I got the number for Russian. Now I need to mention that this particular document is not the original document. This is a translation from Russian. So what is source language? Source is Russian. So the books which were originally written in Russian are translated into some other languages. So what is source language? Russian. To mention the source language, so after writing the subject number, after placing equal sign, first you need to write 030 dot. 030 dot. Then you should write the language number. What is language number for Russian language? 161.1. That means by removing equal sign, you are putting a dot, you are adding it to 030. Is it fine? It means that it is a medical related documents. Originally, they are actually it's a translated version. From which language they are translated? From Russian language. There's an adder and given. Okay. So here only source language is available. You think about this subject. Medical documents translated from Russian into French. So we know both source language and the target language. What is source language? Russian. What is the target language? French. We know both the languages. So the books which are originally written in Russian language are translated into French language. So what is the number for Russian language? Is equal to 161.1. What is the number of French language? Is equal to 133.1. We have found out. Now, how to give numbers for both the languages? As for the formula, to denote the source language, you should write 030 first, then source language. Then to denote the target language, simply is equal to symbol and then write the language number. Fine. So how to write? Either you can write this way or that way. I'll go for this way. 61 is the main UDC number. Is equal to stands for the play language code. 030 says that it's a translated document. From which language? From Russia. So these are the documents, translated from Russian language. Into which language? They are translated into French language. So how to add the number for French language? Again, is equal to 133.1, which stands for French language. So this way, you can construct numbers for translations from one language, translations from one language to another language, also in UDC. Fine, that's the beauty of UDC. Then comes multilingual document. Sir, one document is in three languages. In three languages, for example, Handbook of Physics in English, French, and German. No problem. Up to three languages, you can mention all the three languages. So what's the number for physics? 53. Okay. What's the number for English? Is equal to 111. What is the number for German? Is equal to 112.2. What is the number for German language? Is equal to 133.1. So maximum you can mention three languages in a UDC number. If more than three languages are available, then that document is called a multilingual document. That is to be translated by the symbol is equal to 00. It means that this book has got contents in more than three languages. Okay, for example, multilingual handbook of physics. What is the number for physics? 53. What is the number for multilingual? Is equal to 00. 53 is equal to 00 means this is a book on physics, but the contents are available in more than three languages. Fine? Yes. So we have seen one table called 1C, which talks about languages, where we have seen how to use just one language, and how to use a language with a period, and how to use a translated version of a document, and how to deal with the multilingual document. Fine? Yes. So with this, we'll have a 5 minutes break. And before the break, if there is any doubt with regard to the topics which I have been discussing the last 1.5 hours, you are most welcome, please. Participants, if you have got any query with regard to the concepts which we had discussed in the last 1.5 hours, you are most welcome, please. Then shall we break if there is no doubt? Please answer me. Can we break?
No doubt, sir. Please
Okay.
break.
So thank you so much. It's a break for 5 minutes. Please come back. Thank you so much.